Tonight, I'm going to share with you a method so simple, so powerful that those who use it call it miraculous. 5 minutes, that's all it takes. So 5 minutes before you fall asleep tonight to completely transform your financial reality. Now, I know what you're thinking. You've heard promises before, you've tried other methods, and perhaps you're still struggling financially. But let me tell you from my own experience, not from theory, not from books I have read, but from what I have lived and proved, the reason you haven't manifested wealth isn't because it's difficult. It's because you haven't been doing it correctly. I am not a self-help teacher. I am a man who discovered a law, as certain as gravity, as reliable as mathematics, and I have tested it thousands of times. Imagination is not just creative. Imagination is reality. What you assume to be true in your consciousness must eventually take shape in your physical world. Not might, not could, must. And tonight I'm going to give you a precise step-by-step process that you can begin using immediately to attract wealth effortlessly. But you must stay with me until the end. Missing even one element could mean the difference between transformation and continued struggle. So let's begin. Before I give you the actual technique, you must understand the principle behind it. Without this understanding, you will treat it like a parlor trick and it will fail. Here is the truth I discovered. Imagination is the only reality. I don't mean imagination influences reality. I mean that everything you experience in the physical world, your bank account, your circumstances, your opportunities, is a direct reflection of what you assume to be true in consciousness. Most people do this backwards. They look at their empty bank account and assume they are poor. They look at their bills and assume they are struggling. They look at their job and assume they are limited. But I tell you, these circumstances are not cause. They are effect. The cause is always within, in what you persistently assume to be true about yourself. If you can hold an assumption with absolute conviction, the external world has no choice but to shape itself around that assumption. It must. This is law. Now, here's where most people fail. They think about what they want. They wish for it. They hope for it. They even visualize it occasionally. But that's not enough. You must feel it as though it has already happened. This is the secret to all manifestation, the feeling of the wish fulfilled. If you desire wealth, you cannot simply think about money. You must feel the security, the freedom, the relief of already possessing it. Not, I will be wealthy. Not, I hope to be wealthy. I am wealthy now. Even if every sense screams otherwise, even if your bank account contradicts it, even if logic says it's impossible, you must feel it as real now, in this moment, because I'm going to tell you something that will change everything. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is vividly imagined and what is physically experienced. It only responds to what you feel to be true. So if you persist in feeling wealthy, if you make that your dominant state, your subconscious will begin orchestrating circumstances, meetings, opportunities, and events that match that inner conviction. The world is a mirror. It reflects not what you want, but what you are in consciousness. So become wealthy in consciousness, and wealth must appear in your world. Now, let me give you the exact process. This is a 5-step method that takes only 5 minutes, but can transform your entire financial reality. Step 1. Enter the state. Akin to sleep. The first step is to quiet your mind and body completely. Find a place where you won't be disturbed. Lie down comfortably. Take slow, deep breaths. Your goal is to enter what I call the state akin to sleep, that drowsy, relaxed state between waking and sleeping. This is crucial. Your conscious mind, with all its doubts and logic, is a barrier to manifestation. But when you enter this relaxed state, that barrier dissolves. Your subconscious becomes receptive. This is the gateway to creation. So breathe deeply. Let your body sink into the bed. Feel yourself drifting. You're not trying to sleep. Just relax into that peaceful, drowsy state. This should take about 1 minute. Step 2, define your desire with absolute clarity. Now you must know exactly what you want. Be specific. Don't just say more money or financial freedom. Define it. How much money do you want? What does financial freedom mean to you specifically? Perhaps you want $10,000 in your bank account. Perhaps you want 50,000. Perhaps you want complete freedom from debt. Whatever it is, be precise. The clearer your desire, the stronger its pull on reality. And so right now in your relaxed state, define it. See the exact number. Know the exact feeling you're seeking. And this takes 30 seconds. Step 3. Construct a scene that implies fulfillment. Now, here's where the real work begins. Close your eyes and construct a simple scene, a short, vivid mental picture that implies your desire has already been fulfilled. If you want wealth, imagine yourself checking your bank account and seeing the exact amount you desire. Don't imagine the process of getting the money. Don't imagine working for it or receiving it. Imagine the end, the result, the fulfillment. See yourself looking at that bank statement with the numbers you want. Or imagine yourself paying bills with absolute ease, feeling no concern whatsoever. Perhaps you're having dinner and reaching for the check without a second thought. Or you're writing a generous check to someone in need. The scene should be simple, natural, something that would actually happen if you were already wealthy. And here's the key: engage all your senses. What do you see? If you're looking at your bank account, see the screen clearly, see the numbers. What do you hear? Perhaps you hear yourself saying, I can't believe how much money I have. Or you hear someone congratulating you on your financial success. What do you feel physically? The smoothness of your phone as you check your balance, the weight of your wallet filled with cash, the comfort of sitting in your paid-off home. Make it vivid, make it detailed, make it real. This visualization takes about 2 minutes. Step 4. Generate the emotion. Now we come to the most important step. This is where transformation actually occurs. You must feel the emotion you would have if this scene were happening right now. Not the emotion of wanting it, not the emotion of hoping for it, the emotion of having it. If you're looking at that bank account with the amount you desire, how would you feel? Relief, security, freedom, joy, power, peace. Find that feeling and saturate yourself in it. Let it wash over you. Let it fill every cell of your body. And this is not pretending. This is impressing your subconscious with the pattern you wish to externalize. Your subconscious does not respond to images alone. It responds to feeling. So feel it deeply, feel it intensely, feel it as real. This is the secret. This is what makes the difference between those who manifest and those who don't. Feeling is the ascent of the subconscious to the truth of what is declared. If you can generate this emotion, this feeling of already having your desire, your subconscious accepts it as true. And what your subconscious accepts as true, it must manifest in your outer world. Stay in this feeling for about 1 minute. Step 5. Release and sleep. Finally, once you've felt it deeply, let it go. Don't cling to it anxiously. Don't check for proof. Don't doubt. Simply release it with the quiet confidence that it is done, and then drift into sleep in that feeling. This is vital. Your last waking thought impresses itself most deeply on your subconscious. So if you fall asleep feeling wealthy, feeling abundant, feeling financially free, that becomes the dominant pattern your subconscious works with through the night. And it will begin orchestrating your waking reality to match it. Now, let me explain why this method is so powerful. Your subconscious mind is the creative power within you. It is always working, always creating, always manifesting. But most people use it unconsciously. They impress it with worry, fear, and limitation all day long. And then they wonder why their circumstances never change. What you're doing with this 5-minute method is taking conscious control of that creative power. You're deliberately impressing your subconscious with the pattern of wealth instead of lack. And here's what's beautiful. It doesn't require hours of meditation or complex rituals. 5 minutes of focused, feeling-filled imagination is more powerful than 5 hours of wishful thinking, because it's not the length of time that matters. It's the intensity of belief and emotion. When you enter that relaxed state, construct your scene, and feel it deeply, you are performing the creative act itself. You are planting a seed in consciousness, and just as a seed planted in soil must grow, an assumption planted in consciousness must manifest. But you must not dig it up with doubt. You must not check anxiously for evidence. You plant it, you water it with faith, and you trust that nature will do its work. Now I must address something critical: consistency. This is not a one-time exercise. You must do this nightly, 5 minutes before sleep, every night, for as long as it takes for the assumption to harden into fact. Most people fail because they try it once or twice, see no immediate evidence, and give up. But I tell you, manifestation is not about instant gratification. It's about unwavering faith. Reality is always shifting to match your inner world. But there's often a time interval between the assumption and its manifestation. This is the gestation period. This is when most people fail because they lose faith. But if you persist, if you continue feeling wealthy night after night, despite what your senses tell you, the physical world must eventually conform. It has no choice. This is law. Now, I also want to emphasize something else. Your daytime consciousness must support your nighttime work. You cannot feel wealthy for 5 minutes at night and then spend all day worrying about money. That creates contradiction, and contradiction blocks manifestation. So throughout your day, catch yourself when you think thoughts of lack. When you worry about bills, stop. Return to the feeling of wealth. When you doubt your financial situation, stop. Affirm, I am wealthy now. When you see something you can't afford, don't reinforce lack. Instead, feel the satisfaction of already having more than enough. This doesn't mean you deny practical responsibilities. You still pay your bills, do your work, but you do it from the state of wealth, not from the state of fear. This inner shift, this consistent assumption throughout your day, accelerates the manifestation process dramatically. Now, if you're new to this, let me give you a piece of advice. Start small. If you've struggled with money your whole life and suddenly try to assume you're a millionaire, your logical mind will resist. Doubt will creep in. Your subconscious won't fully accept it. So begin with something believable to you, something that doesn't trigger immediate resistance. Perhaps you want to manifest $100 unexpectedly, or a free dinner, or a small financial gift. These smaller manifestations happen quickly and prove to you that assumption creates reality. Each success strengthens your belief, and as your belief grows, so does your ability to manifest larger desires. I've seen people start by manifesting a free cup of coffee and end up manifesting complete financial freedom, all by building confidence through progressive success. So don't feel you must leap to millions immediately. Take the steps that feel natural to you. Each successful manifestation is proof, and proof builds unshakable faith. So here is what I want you to do tonight. When you go to bed, take 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. Enter that relaxed state. Define your financial desire clearly. Construct a simple scene that implies it's already fulfilled. Feel the emotion of having it, and fall asleep in that feeling. Do this every night, persist, have faith, and watch what happens in your world. You will notice subtle changes first: an unexpected opportunity, a chance meeting, a forgotten refund. These are not coincidences. They are evidence that your assumption is taking root. Do not dismiss them. They are the beginning of your manifestation. And as you continue, as you persist night after night in feeling wealthy, larger changes will come. Your entire financial reality will begin to shift, not through struggle, not through effort, but through the natural law of consciousness. Assumption creates reality. So will you do it? Will you take just 5 minutes tonight? If you do, if you commit to this with faith, your life will never be the same. You are not waiting for wealth. Wealth is waiting for you to accept it in consciousness. The moment you do, the physical world must reflect it. This is not magic, this is law. Now go, practice, persist, and prove to yourself that imagination creates reality. Thank you, and good night.